I just want to start by thanking the Harvard Varsity Club for this honor, and in particular all the other award winners tonight. You guys are awesome. It's been amazing to go last and hear your stories. Been inspired myself. This is thank Bob Glatz and Bob Scalise, Pat Henry, all the leaders of the Harvard institution. I never thought I would be here. Similar to Jesse, I had a similar background. Parents didn't graduate from college. I wasn't, destined to go to Harvard. I was a California kid, despite the fact that I played hockey. In second grade, I started playing hockey, and I showed up in my gear. I wanted to be a hockey player when I grew up for career day. Everyone thought I was crazy. A year later, tried out for a team. I was cut because I was a girl. My dad, my late father, said, you could prove them right and give up, or you can prove them wrong and get back out there and be the best player. You can't be the third or fourth best, which I was. You got to be the best. And so at a very young age, he instilled a sense of drive. I was already, I think, naturally competitive, but I had focus. And that changed, I think, the trajectory of my life. Went on to play at Harvard, as you saw. I couldn't believe it. I learned about myself here, I think, as many of everyone that went here. It wasn't about sports. Of course, that's why we're here. We're here to talk about Harvard athletics, but it was about learning how to push your limits. And as someone who, came in with a gold medal around my neck, I was the hockey player, which was interesting. I learned so much more about myself, about my limits as a person, and that's what I really think Harvard athletics did. It gave me both that sports and academic background where I learned to be a better person. I also learned that if you eat a donut, you play like a donut, so stay away from those. And I think back to just the idea that, this gift that you get as a student athlete here. I spent 8 years on the IOC looking at global sports. I was on the executive board there, and it's so rare. The NCAA is such a rare institution. There's nothing like it in the world. And within the NCAA, it's rare to actually have a balanced program. And that's one thing I really cherish, that I actually was able to be one of those student athletes that got that balanced background. And even though Coach Stone taught us to hit singles and not the home runs, I was graduated here wanting to hit any home run I could get close to. So speaking of, I want to first by thanking my coach, Coach Stone. You've built this team, this program, and the culture from day one. I've seen it grow over the last 20 years. We have some recent grads in the house as well. Thank you for supporting your players. Obviously, I got coached by you here and 1 year on the national team. What I've seen is you really take pride in developing the people. You're part of that reason I feel so strongly about what Harvard's done. You take us from girls and help us graduate into young women and create a culture that actually creates a family, which is so rare. It's something to this day, the fact that we come back together and have these moments. You've created that culture. We like to make fun of you behind your back, but you should take that as a compliment. In all seriousness, you've really, I think, changed the program for the better. KDS in the house, another amazing coach. So just again, you're one of great legends at Harvard, but also in the NCAA. So I hope this institution takes care of you. To my teammates in the house, Kimbo, Rando, Claude, Ashley, Smina, I've overlapped. I took 2 years off, so I graduated with many different classes, so I can't thank everyone individually. But you are my best friends. When I got married, I had a lot of Olympic teammates as well, but it was my Harvard team that I really wanted to be there to celebrate with. And what I love, Rando and Kimbo in particular, the team meetings, we still have team meetings. We get together, we're never discussing the game-winning goal or the national champion. Okay, once in a while we talk about that. But we're usually talking about, who stole Puck Steiner plates, the Little Sisters of the Poor, ATM. Don't worry about it. Sorry, no one else gets these jokes, but I'm just talking to my team right now. And next induction will be with the BU swim team, so you guys, sorry everyone else. I love my teammates. I think it's clear that we all had special teams, but as a hockey player, team first was our motto, and I think we took that seriously, and you guys are my friends for life. I want to also thank JoJo and John Boyton, who are here tonight, who've given so much to the program, continue to do. We'll be using your lounge for years to come. But thank you for your dedication to this program. And to my family, my late father, obviously, who taught me so much about hockey, about life. My mom, who helped me understand hard work. She's that positive attitude on the sideline, didn't know what the blue line was, but still came and loved supporting us, and just always had that positivity that I think balanced out my father's sort of toughness, and it really gave us a nice balance growing up. To my brother Bill, who's one of those guys who, he also played hockey. He was one that was like, hey, could my sister come out and skate with us? No, come on, Bill, don't. He's like, no, she's okay, and I would get an invite, and just having someone that had your back was just amazing. So Bill, I know we were best friends growing up. Thanks for being here tonight. My sister Pam, who's not here, even though I never won when you were in the stands, I still love you. She's awesome. She jinxed me occasionally, but I won't tell her that. To my teammate, my new teammates, Andrew and Kristen, who my brother and sister-in-law, I'm excited to spend more time with you and your family. And finally, my wife, Sarah, who, even though you cheered against me at Harvard, I know you're now an honorary member of the Harvard women's hockey family. And I'm so excited to create my new family with you. Hopefully one of our two sons will go on to play Harvard hockey, and maybe some other sport, because I'm not going to be that parent. But I love you guys, and again, thank you for this amazing award. Game, yeah. Thanks, Coach.